This is the confessions video. I'm trying to change it up a little bit now. So instead of just one every week, I'm gonna let them build up. So you know what I'm saying. You'll be more confessions. So I like reacting to the Six Brown Chicks. So shout out to them. They do amazing work on their Twitter, and yeah, go follow them. But I'm gonna let it stack for about maybe two to three instead of just doing one weekly. I'm gonna do like one kind of big one every couple or few weeks or so. So I'm gonna see how this works. But yeah, if you like the reactions, subscribe to the channel. I posted a lot of confessions, a lot of reaction content that I do also live on my Twitch. So if you want to see it live, come follow me on my Twitch right here. Yeah, right here. But yeah, let's see. If you want me to react to something, just go ahead, leave a comment under this video, or just come by the Twitch and say it in the chat, and I'll most likely do it, live right then and there. Yeah, if you like the content, like the video. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First one.
My ex, aka my baby mama, has the audacity to try and level up with my son, without me. I met her in the projects and that's where she belongs. She's changing her routine, taking night classes, and she met a lanky nerdy dude that's helping my son with homework. He took them apartment hunting. I tracked her phone and rolled up on them. I was gonna knock him out. I approached him with my hand in my pocket, and before I could do anything he was smiling at me with his Glock shoved in my stomach. He did it so smooth that my baby mama thought we were just talking. But this psycho was smiling as he told me he would end me in my sleep and never get caught. She's in love, so I'm trying to put another baby in her to put an end to this. But she refuses to creep with me. Advice.
Yeah, all right, buddy. You want to get lined? You thought shit was sweet? Oh no, no! It is not sweet. You better stop rolling up on these people. People don't fight no more. People do not fight no more. They will gladly, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all better be careful out here. As far as advice goes, ain't no advice for you. Leave them alone. That's my advice. Leave your baby mother and that man alone. If you value your life, leave them alone. That's the only advice I got for you, gang.
I was miserable and I felt trapped in my 3-year marriage. I was plotting my divorce when my wife became pregnant. She doesn't have a glowing pregnancy. She's rude, emotional, and sick all the time. I hinted that if she's too sick, she should think about ending the pregnancy. She stared at me. Get rid of our baby so you can be free. Nah, boo. We're locked for life. No,
Jeez.
We're not. A baby doesn't keep a husband. I've met someone better and I'm ready to move on. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I won't be around when this kid grows up, and I don't think she would make a decent single mom. Time is ticking. How do I convince her to abort before it's too late?
It's people like this right here that just make it so bad and so annoying. There's people that would be dying in your position to have a kid, and you're just sitting there taking it for granted. I really don't like that mindset, but I mean, honestly, you really can't convince her. You really can't. It's her body. She's going to do what she wants to do. If she wants to keep it, she'll keep it. If not, then it is what it is. But no. I mean, it seems like she wants to keep the kid, and I don't blame her. So, step up, be a man, be a father, and be a dad. You don't have to be a husband. You know what I'm saying? People get divorced. If it is what it is. But, I mean, step up, be a man. You did what you had to do, so take care of the kid. It's that simple. What's the next one?
I was creeping with a guy next door. I'm still on good terms with his live-in girlfriend. Both of us are getting evicted. I asked him to collect my packages and keep an eye on my apartment while I went on my birthday cruise. I returned home and this man changed the locks to my apartment and locked me out. Police said it's a civil matter since I gave him access to my place.
Yeah.
Apartment management said since I'm 6 months behind on rent, I might as well wait until the eviction and get my things when they're on the curb. He was evicted when I was at sea. He and his girlfriend stored their things in my place and have been hiding out there. I refuse to spend my 30th birthday money on rent, but I'm spending much more on motels. He's a good man. I know his girlfriend is making him do this to me. Advice.
It sounds like a like a personal issue. You literally said you refuse to spend your 30th birthday money on rent. That just means you don't have any sort of self control. Birthday, rent. Like, hello? Do you want to have a home to come back to? That's the bottom line of everything. That's the bottom line. I The advice that I would have is get your priorities in check. That's the first thing. That After that, I mean, you your man's creeping with the guy next door. I mean, if that's what this whole thing is a disaster. I'm not even gonna lie. This whole thing is a disaster. So I don't. The advice that I have is sensible and logical, that people like you would not understand and they wouldn't go through it because their priorities are in order. So I don't have nothing for you. Sorry.
When we married 8 years ago, my wife was in college and working 2 jobs to take care of her 3 kids. I married her, we had a son together, and she's dropped out, stopped working and lays around playing on her phone all day. My one job doesn't pay enough for us to live decently, but she refuses to help out. She says she needs to be home to raise our son. He's 5 now, but she's too lazy to enroll him in kindergarten, and she expects the other kids to do all the chores. Heens don't clean up, and so we live in trash. The only time she rolls off the couch is to collect her Amazon packages off the porch. I don't want to abandon my wife and kids, but I'm almost there. Advice.
Just have a conversation. Let her know how you're feeling. Let her know that, hey, we're adults, okay? And I understand that, the situation that we're in, but we have to be in a clean place. That's the bottom line. Other than, of course, finding a better job, things like that. That conversation should happen, of course. But like, it's understood, and it should be understood that this isn't long term. This is just temporary. So the kids need to do their part. Y'all need to do your part in getting a better job and trying to have a better life for one another and the whole family. That's it. That's just what it is. If you want a better life, you got to go get it. It's not going to come to you.
Thanksgiving, my child told me, almost in a whisper, that grandma is going to die on Christmas. I punished her for saying such an ugly thing. Lo and behold, my mother passed away in her sleep on December 24th. My child's presence soothed me, helped me with my grieving process. I imagine that my daughter still has a connection with my beloved mother, or at least she has premonitions. I asked my child when I was going to pass away. My daughter hugged me, and buried her head in my arms. She had tears in her eyes. She tells me, when mommy finds out about your girlfriend, I've been careful so no one knows about my girlfriend. We use burner phones. We're discreet at work. We link at a motel 40 miles away from town. What more can I do to conceal my affair? My wife can be the violent type. She stabbed her own brother when he stole her credit card. I'm afraid to take that dirt nap. Help.
Oh, you're taking one. You're about to take one, buddy. There's nobody on this earth that would make me question something like that a second time. If she said, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace to your mom, but she said it, you know what I'm saying, and she's literally telling you when you are gonna take a dirt nap, and you're still gonna do it, really, you're still gonna do it. Y'all better stop playing with these just stop playing around. Stop playing around. Hey. Nah. Hey, there's no helping you. You don't want to leave her alone. What's done in the dark always comes to light. I'm sure you know the saying. No matter what you do, no matter how you hide it, no matter how many burner phones, no matter how many motels, hotels, no matter how far they are, it's going to get found out. It will get found out. So the only way to not take a dirt nap is to stop what you're doing. Love your wife. Be faithful. Is that hard? Is that so hard to ask?
I come from a long line of alcoholics, thus I've never had a drink. I smoke crack though, and I've always kept a job and a decent enough life. My plug, drug dealer, says cocaine shipments are hard to get these days, so he's transitioning from crack to locally made meth. He gave me a hit and I ruined my life in a week. I slept with everybody and anybody who would come to my bed. Bed bugs, real and imaginary, feasted on my skin. I scratched myself until I bled. I didn't sleep for days. A sex partner told me I was running outside, dead of winter, wearing nothing but boots, so he and my neighbor brought me back home. I'm sure the three of us had sex. I lost my job for trying to fuck in a storage closet, but I loosely recall taking nasty pics and making explicit videos with others while I was high. I'm living with my sister. I changed my appearance and I'm trying to find another job, but the shame is consuming me. I see men in the street, smiling at me knowingly, and I wonder if they have me on video doing nasty things. I'm losing my mind. Meth scared me and I vowed to never go back, but I want to hit meth just once more, to forget what I've done. Help.
Well, that's not going to forget what you've done. That's just going to take you back to the place where you were, and then you're going to want it more. So, first of all, don't do that. Number two, if this is going to consume you as much as it has, and it's going to get even worse, honestly, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility to move away completely. Because if you know what I'm saying, if you're running into these people that you've done stuff with, and like, you know, the shame and all that, and it's making you want to go back to where you were, then you may, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole world out here to explore. Just get out of here. Just move. Just get out of there. Move to somewhere with a nice beach or something. You know, I don't know. Just find another job in another city, remotely or whatever, so you can just move wherever, you know, and just start your life. But yeah, no, don't go back to that. Don't go back to meth and drugs. No, just, you're doing good. You know what I'm saying? Take yourself out of the situation. You won't have to lose your mind no more.
I lost my job and I'm staying at a friend's house while I find another place to stay. I've been dealing with my friend's husband for a few months, and he made promises to leave her. But now that I'm in their house, he's acting funny. Case in point, I was washing my panties in the kitchen sink. He hit the roof. Him, bitch. Why you washing your nasty drawers over my coffee cup? Me, you've had your face all in my pussy. Why you acting brand new? He told me if I ever mentioned that again while his wife was there, he'd kick me out. But I was speaking my truth. Here I am in his house and he's still trying to make me feel like I'm number two. When she's at work, he tells me I'm his number one, and I believe him. I'm tired of hiding our love. What to do?
What to do? You're going to keep hiding it until the wife is gone. He's clearly married with the whole wife. Like, you're not number one. What? Stop believing lies, first of all. That's what to do. Stop believing lies. You're not number one. Then you saying what you're saying in the situation you're in, yeah, I mean, what are you talking about? Like, that's not your place to say something like that. If you're gonna be in that situation and you're gonna be bold like that, then you gotta be bold enough to accept the consequences that come with that if you get caught. Like, it's common sense. That's just common sense. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You need to reevaluate your whole situation. Stop believing the lies. Get somebody that doesn't have a husband and live your life. Like, what do you mean what to do? Either you stay in the situation, stay being number two until they get a divorce, or you move on. It's that simple. Literally, it's that simple.
In April 2022, 4 weeks before my wedding day, my future mother-in-law sent a text. Farah, Malcolm moved away. I respect how much you love my son, but please forgive him and give him space. My family counseled me that I must respect his choice to leave. I was not okay. I lost so much money on the canceled wedding. I struggled to survive our breakup, but Malcolm walked away so easily. He was dating again and living his best life on social media. In 2023, he got engaged. I was furious and devastated. Last month, his ex-fiancée Roshena reached out to me on Facebook. Malcolm dumped her, too. I was in shock. Apparently, this is a game that Malcolm and his mother play. Love bomb a woman, propose, and then leave weeks before the wedding. Is there anything we can do to stop them? We've suffered major emotional damage and lost about $14,000 in canceled wedding expenses.
Honestly, I don't think there's anything that you can do to stop them. I don't think there's anything you can do to stop them. That's a coordinated attack, and you can't get over that. There's no way you can get over that. That's honestly sad. It really is. And listening to this right here, listening to her say that made me think about a lot of stuff just now. And I'll get real with y'all for a second. In the past relationship that I had, none of it really made sense as to why we broke up. It didn't. But after reading that, I'm understanding a lot of what is a lot of, the mindset of someone. And I say that to say this. If you go looking for something, you're going to find it. Let's just say that. If you go looking for something, you're going to find it, right? Once you find it, it's up to the person that is looking to understand the logic and the sense of what it makes or what it is. For example, we had an agreement where I don't pay attention to what her people were saying about me, things like that. Take it with a grain of salt. My blah 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 says this. My people say that. They can be crazy. They can be off the wall. They can do this. They can do that. Okay. Cool. No problem. I'm not going to be disrespected. But now that you said that, thank you. I know what to expect now. I know if something like this XYZ happens, I know how to react ABC type of way. You get it? So when that gets switched from her to me, now it's from me to her, right? But I'm not operating in a sense where I feel like I have to address it because, number one, I didn't expect the trust factor to be so broken that I had no idea that it was this broken to begin with. I had no idea, right? Literally, everything happening under my nose and I didn't even smell it. That's what it was. That's literally what happened. I didn't expect the trust factor to be that broken to where I have to acknowledge you snooping, you finding everything. And then once I give an explanation or reaction, it's not even like I'm on cheating stuff. No, I'm talking about like certain things that other people are saying, family members are saying, that are taken way out of context. And now it looks like X, Y, and Z is going on, but it's not. And then this he say, she say, all this other stuff, everybody's just saying whatever they gotta say, but not even coming to me. Now I'm reacting because I don't know what's going on from all 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. Right? Now it looks like, okay, I don't really like this girl. I don't really like you. Let me just, do my own thing and just get out of here. No. That's how it looks. But if you were to let me explain how I let you explain your situation, guarantee we still be together right now. But guess what? Life doesn't work that way. If life worked that way, then she would have trusted from the jump that she can come to me about these things. And this has been a thing in the past, right? This has been a thing in the past. We were supposed to do so much together. But she did not, I guess, it was a lot of pride getting in the way of things. Let's just say that, right? And from that moment on, once I figured out the very first time that the pride got in the way of things, I was like, what else did it get in the way of? You know what I'm saying? How else did you find out this type of information that I didn't even know about my own family, right? So when I started putting two and two together after the breakup, I'm like, oh, okay. And I say all that to say this about this confession, right? When it's clear cut like this confession, when it's clear cut like this, there's an issue going on. This happened twice. Same people, same way, same reasoning. There's no way to stop it. There's absolutely no way to stop it. But in my situation, just have a conversation. I say that in like almost every video. This is why I'm like, okay, listen. You need to keep communication open if you want to have a healthy, strong relationship. It's that simple. It's that simple. Literally, it's that simple. The thing that really triggered me to explain this to you right now, the suffering major emotional damage part. After the breakup, two things happened that made me feel this way. I'm not going to go into the depth of that, but she knows and I know. That's it. Stuff on her part that she told me that she went through, and stuff on my part as well. For me, I'm not gonna say nothing about her. That's her business. But for me, it was quite a few hospital visits. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Quite a few hospital visits. And without going too much in depth, I didn't even know what was going on for a long period of time. I'm just being real. This is serious. This relationship stuff is serious, man. This relationship stuff is serious. All my situation could have been avoided with the convo. This could have been avoided with the convo, but it's highly unlikely that for this situation, a convo would have just been the end all be all. You know, highly unlikely. And when I say that you need to let go of some people if you see a red flag, let go of people when you see a red flag. Something that you just will not tolerate. It's a deal breaker. Let it go. Let's move on to the next one, bro. This was crazy. I could talk about this for literally hours, but y'all don't want to hear that. Let's go to the next one. All right, here we go. Next one.
Hi husband said I was boring in bed. That's why he spent money in the strip club. He met me in the strip club. I brought a dancer home, put my mouth on her in front of him just to add spice to our marriage. He couldn't perform with the two of us in bed. He just wanted her. A few days later, I broke out with fever blisters on my face and pink eye. Husband pulled away from me. He said I was punished for disrespecting our marital bed with the stripper. And now he's back in the strip club. I don't want to lose my husband to another woman. I stole him away from his first wife. I earned his love and my wife's status, but I feel that he's slipping away. What to do?
How you get them is how they go. How you get them is how they go. You probably did earn that status, but it was temporary. Just like the old girl. She earned it too, but it was temporary. It is what it is. It is what it is. You just got to take it on the chin, and it's like, hey, Now what? Now what? Honestly, go get checked. That's what I gotta say. Go get checked. Next one is here.
Hi, my roommate April has one clean corner of the apartment, and it's spotless. Drapes are steamed, carpet is clean, books that she never read are stacked neatly next to sex toys. It's all for her OnlyFans. Just off camera are rat traps, and used heroin needles. I clean when I can, but she invites tricks home. I film their sex scenes for her OnlyFans, and they mess up the apartment again. The health department has sent several notices to our home that April refuses to open. I've slept with her a few times out of curiosity, but now I'm scared I may have caught something, and passed it on to my girlfriend. April looks pregnant and there's a chance that it's mine cause I'm the only one she lets hit raw. April thinks I love her, I've said this to get some, and she wants to start a family so abortion is not an option. I don't know what to do at this point. Advice.
First of all, get tested. Okay? Get tested. Second of all, I'm not surprised by this. A lot of OnlyFans models, a lot of people that you see, the Instagram models, and you know what I'm saying, all these influencers that do this sort of thing, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of them are living like that. And you'd be surprised. I've seen it firsthand as well. So you can tell where the content is being filmed. That's all I'm saying. But honestly, that girl, first of all, your girlfriend did not deserve that. She does not deserve that at all. That's ridiculous, honestly. But what you really need to do, I'm not even gonna lie to you, tell your girlfriend. Tell your girlfriend what you did, because you did some dirty stuff. But she needs to know. She needs to know. Don't be weird. And then as far as the girl, you lying just to get some? What are you, like 18, 19 probably? But you gotta lie for something. You don't need to lie. Number one. Number two, there is no advice to give you. You're already too deep in. You're too deep in. You said she wants a family, so, you know, pro-choice is not an option for you. So, GG's. You made your bed, you lay in it. It's that simple. Literally, it's that simple. Like, should have been faithful, buddy.
Q5. I caught her with her ex Cedric's dick in her mouth. Cedric ran so fast that he left his phone behind. I lost control and smacked the soul out of her. She leaned her head back and smiled. That's when I knew she was a full-on demon. Her, you don't own me. I don't belong to you. I'm not yours. This ain't your pussy. I can have him in my mouth whenever I want. I asked her if she was trying to get me to unalive her. Her, you're not man enough to end me. Please try. I beg you. I'd sacrifice myself just to know that you'll spend your life in jail. She broke my heart. I know there's a restraining order against me, but I drove past her house and saw Cedric's car and I had to kick in her front door. I walked away from her and she jabbed several times in my back with a pen knife. I thought she was pinching me. I got medical treatment and I forgave her, but our relationship is draining me. And she tried to press charges about the front door. She knew Cedric, or any man, ain't supposed to be there. How to fix us? Advic.
Why do you want to stay in this situation? Why would you want to stay in that situation? If she's willing to die, just to prove a point, why would you want to stay? That makes zero sense. She doesn't care. You don't care. Well, you care, but you care about the wrong things in this. If I ever caught my girl with somebody's, you know what I'm saying, in her mouth, I'm not going back for, I'm not circling back. No. Have some self-confidence. Have some pride in yourself to leave her alone. Let Cedric deal with that. Let Cedric deal with that. And if she's not like that to Cedric, then so be it. Who cares? Find a girl that, you know, treats you better than that. Y'all gotta start loving yourselves, man. Honestly. Alright. Here we go. Next one.
I thought that my boyfriend and I reached that coveted spot in our relationship where I could drop by after work and spend the night without calling first. Last month, I dropped by. We made love and I went to sleep. I couldn't sleep, so I rolled over to get my phone off the nightstand. My phone fell on the floor and slid under the bed. I felt around for it until a bloated hand reached up from under the bed and gave it to me. It was my boyfriend's alcoholic ex, hiding under the bed. Insults flew. My boyfriend pretended to be asleep until I mentioned yanking his dick off to wake him up. He admitted that he banged his ex right before I arrived, and she was trying to sneak out, but I was in the wrong because it's his house, and I should have phoned first. Walk away or hang on. Advice.
Do you want to put up with that anymore? Do you want to put up with that? The answer to that question is the answer to walk away or hang on. It's that simple. Now, if y'all aren't in a committed relationship and you did that, then that is completely different. But I'm going to take your word for it. You said it's a relationship. Y'all are committed, I'm going to assume. And if you do that, then that's clearly cheating. That's clearly cheating. So if you want this to keep happening, then yeah, stay. Enjoy yourself. Have a great time. But if you walk away, you find somebody that won't do this to you. And you'll be good. That simple. Don't make it complicated.
I'm Carl, I'm 48, married to a 34-year-old woman for 2 years. My kink is fucking sex workers at the end of their shifts. I love to smell other men on them. Being their last client of the night makes me feel like the conqueror I am. I give them the knockout nut. A few allow me to hit naturally, no condom. I know I have an STI, and I know I've given it to my wife. She hasn't approached me about it, and that means she's guilty of sleeping with somebody else. We've been on fire for a month and she hasn't mentioned it. How to confront her cheating ass.
First of all, two wrongs don't make a right. Two wrongs just don't make it right. Number two, you can go to jail for what you just confessed. You know that, right? Knowingly giving someone an STD. She could press charges on you. She can literally press charges on you if she wanted to. So, I suggest you relax, buddy. I suggest you relax, buddy. So, oh my gosh. Instead of contacting a UTI to prove a point, why don't you just leave the relationship? Combining UTIs, or not UTIs, combining STIs to prove a point is not something you want to do. That's just not something you know. Like, who raised y'all? Who gave y'all common sense? I'm so confused. Like, let me stick to the subject at hand. How to confront her? You just come out and say, hey, you've been cheating. I've been cheating too. Now what? You want to stay? You want to leave? Where do we go from here? I don't know what else to say. This is too out of the realm of my comprehension of common sense. So I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You gotta just bring it up. Confront her. Just bring it up. Who cares, right? All right. Next one.
I'm dealing with a bipolar man, and it makes me sick. First, he dated me for 2 months, and he opened his home to me and my 3 kids. We moved out of my mom's house and into his townhome. I registered my kids in his school district. He gave me a spare room to braid hair and earn money. We had a fun and loving vibe. I know he loves me and adores my kids, but I made one mistake, and he threw us all out. My side dude stopped by to get his braids done and to borrow some money. I also gave him a quick BJ. I did not know there was a camera in my braiding room, or I wouldn't have slipped up like that. I apologized, but Mr. Bipolar switched up on me and threw me and the kids and all our things in the front yard. I took what I could fit into the Uber. I can't believe how he snapped and turned on us like that. What relationship red flags did I miss? I'm so scared to be vulnerable with a man again. Advice.
This is the gaslight of death. Oh, no, 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 no. If he's really bipolar, then no. Okay. Rewind. How is he bipolar? How is he bipolar? There was no context here, so I'm just gonna assume that he's just a bipolar man, that hot 1 minute, cold 1 minute. Okay, whatever. Okay, cool. But first of all, he moved you in 2 months in the relationship and gave you a spare room to do hair in, and you're gonna turn around and have a side dude and cheat on him in the house that he let you move into to earn money for your kids, all that. And he's bipolar because he threw you out? That man gave you literally everything. And you don't expect him to be upset or mad at that? This is the gaslight of death. I'm not doing this. I'm absolutely not doing it. And Mr. Bipolar is crazy. What do you mean, what relationship red flags did you miss? To be honest, you probably missed the moving in after 2 months. That's a red flag. But if he did it and everything was good after that, then you know better than me. But after 2 months, I don't even know if I'm gonna be your boyfriend. That's just me personally. After 2 months, there's so much I don't know about you. I don't know your eating habits, like spending habits, like financial, your 5-year plan, like putting it into motion. It's one thing to say something, but like different, like I don't know not that much about your family. I don't, know if you want to commit long term, if I want to commit long term in 2 months. No. I don't know if I want to be serious or take you serious at that point. Maybe go on a couple dates with you, see how you are in person. Yeah. But moving in 2 months with kids is crazy. That's a red flag if anyone accepts that from you. Or if you accept that from anyone, rather. That's a red flag. For sure. For sure. And what I mean by eating habits, I just replayed that in my head. That's a little weird. What I mean by eating habits is I'm allergic to seafood. So if you eat a lot of seafood, then I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like a little bit is cool here and there. Like I can handle it, but a lot, like every day type, every other day type is, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to be good for me and my body. So, yeah. That's what I meant by eating habits. So, don't be weird. But, yeah. Being scared to be vulnerable with men. I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is moving too quick. I think the problem is moving too quick to the point where your whole life can change just like that. Let the relationship marinate for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then start moving in. Come on now. Here we go. Next one.
Hi, we are that viral TikTok couple with puppies and the matching fits. Online, we are Sue in love. In truth, we're falling apart. He crawled out of bed with me to cash his check before the bank closed. Then he bought diapers, formula, and clothes for his twins. He spent most of the money on the twins before he came back home to me. We have bills due. I've been carrying the expenses myself. I forgave him for having twins outside of our marriage because I did not want to break up on TikTok. I'm trapped due to our family brand and I'm tired. I can't afford to pay for his kids anymore. We can't afford to split up and lose our sponsors. He has been doing side videos with the twins and his baby mama's audience is too small to trend. But it's only a matter of time before our fans notice their videos. Advice.
That's tough. And you know what's crazy? I don't know who this is, but I know who this situation applies to. And y'all would be shocked. Y'all would be shocked to see who it is. But anyway. This is the danger of me being a content creator. This is the number one danger that I have when dating. And what I mean by that is this. Dating is very hard, being a content creator. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people crave and want the time, and that's perfectly fine. But a lot of my time is spent doing this. It's spent editing. It's spent traveling. It's spent content mapping. It's spent doing things. You know what I'm saying? It's spent doing a lot of stuff, right? And if she's not a part of it, then it can get draining. It can get, you know. And I've always been the person that's like, okay, I'm never going to like date someone that I work with. And as far as like a content creator goes, anybody on Twitch or Kick or YouTube doing whatever, like that's just me. I'm not dating them, you know. Even my traditional 9-to-5 that I have, I'm not dating any of my coworkers. None of that. It just gets messy. But the only people that really understand the grind, the process, the free time, the sporadic free time are content creators. So I'm like, do I try it? And that's where I'm currently at right now. But this is my biggest fear of this happening right here. This happening right here, where we get big, we have all our sponsorships, stuff like that, and everything's working out for us, everything's good. Then boom, we can lose it all the sponsorships, all the money, all that. It's crazy, it's tough out here. But honestly, the fans are gonna notice, people are gonna start noticing, and then y'all will become viral. Oh my God, is this scandal? Oh, he's been doing it, you know. And then once you do that, you can try to, you know, spin it in a way that y'all will keep at least some sponsors, or maybe, you know, get a new one that can help y'all stay afloat. But other than that, it might be over for y'all. It's only a matter of time. So you need to start creating that exit plan and executing it very slowly. That's my advice.
I bumped into my friend's lover at her funeral. My friend had an accidental overdose. We chatted about my friend, briefly, and I offered to link with him for drinks. We're a month into dating, and each time I see him, he wants to discuss my friend. Did she ever mention me? I wasn't that close to her, so no. Do you think she loved me? I dunno. And the comment I blatantly ignore. If she was still alive, you know I would have never entertained you, right? He makes these stupid comments after sex, while I'm naked in bed with him. I want to cuddle and discuss us. But before I can get comfy, he's discussing my friend and putting me out his house. I asked him if he'd like to get married one day. Him, the only woman I would have married, has returned to God. I want to settle down with this man, but I can't compete with my friend's ghost. What to do?
I don't know how he can make that he does not want anything to do with you other than sex any more clear. I don't know how. If you can't see that, I'm letting you know right now, he does not want anything to do with you other than sex. Leave. If that's what you want, if you want something with this man, he's not going to give it to you. So stop wasting your time and leave. It's that simple. Literally, it's that simple.
My ex had my kids, ages 1 and 3, for the weekend because I had an appointment to get my body right for summer. The daycare called DCFS on me and put my kids out because they had lice and bed bug bites. DCFS put my kids in my ex's custody while they investigated. I got my surgery and remained out of state for a few extra days to heal. TBH, I thought everything happened for a reason, and I might as well reinvent myself as a child-free woman and live my best life. It's been 5 weeks, and my ex says his mama is tired of babysitting. They're my kids, not my ex's kids. I feel like she might as well go all the way and adopt them. I'm only 28. I'm too young to raise 2 kids on my own anyway. The kid's bio data is Polish and his family won't accept them. I met a nice man and he doesn't want kids, so it's all good for me. My main issue is that DCFS is chasing me down, and my ex is calling me a deadbeat online. I'm not a deadbeat. I'm just moving on from that single parenting lifestyle. Parents who have walked away from your kids successfully, how did you do it? How do I escape DCFS? Help.
Well, I'm not a parent. I've never walked away from kids successfully, so I don't have any advice for you. But as a man, as a single man that wants kids one day, I hope the woman that I have kids with is nothing like you. Nothing like you. No accountability. No type of sense of urgency of anything. Always blaming somebody else. Looking to run every single time something gets hard. Nah. I hope I meet a woman that is the complete opposite of you. Honestly.
My friend Kalia introduced me to her cousin Juliet, who was serving her last 7 months on a 4-year sentence. Juliet was the poor man's Beyonce. Tall, built, flawless skin with the cutest dimples. We became pen pals. I put money on her books. I started working out. She turned her life around and I was here to pick her up. At the same time, my baby mama was trying to move in with my son, but I blocked that outright. Sent them to her mama's house. I made room for Juliet. She arrived, buff, hard, with a slash on her face that ran from her temple to her chin. She spits, cracks her knuckles, and she yanked my dick so hard that I refused to perform. I overheard her on the phone telling a female inmate, you miss what this mouth do. She steals from me. She pawns my things. I want her out of my house, but I'm afraid to tell her to leave. Help.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all not gonna like me what I gotta say. You don't have to get the law involved, buddy. You gonna have to get the law involved. You don't need a restraining order. You don't need something. Cause it's nah, man. No. No, I refuse to believe. No, you got to get out of there, gang. You need to get out of there. You got to get out of there. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Listen, if you want her out the house, you'll get her out the house. You will. You'll get her out the house. How you're gonna go about it, I don't know. You probably don't know right now, but what I suggest, get the law involved. Let them do all the work. Let them handle that. No. Man, nah.